Good morning, folks. Upticks continue. We'll begin with quakes today, where an above-average tremor in Guatemala was followed by a 5-pointer in the Caribbean, way above average. Even 4-pointers there are worthy of note. Just a bit later, we took our second moderate tremor in Central America, and in the evening news last night, we put the area on foreshock alert. Took less than 12 hours. A large 6.7 magnitude earthquake struck just south of that foreshock zone. We'll await damage reports throughout the day. The lone Earth-facing solar eruption the last day was this, more of a surface surge. This aesthetically appealing ripple does not appear to have created a significant CME. Real quick, updating the coronal hole stream. Solar wind speed is still elevated, but falling now. The magnetic instability continued most of the day, but also is waning now. Solar flaring remained low for yet another day. Quite the downtick since the M6 blast. The central sunspots disappointed, but we're watching the incoming spots up north. Could be some magnetic complexity. The large solar eruptions indeed kicked in, actually, but they've just been on the backside of our star. Mercury conjoined the sun last night, and even with them pulling over 50% of the LASCO images, you can still see she was ballistic as Mercury, Sun, and Earth aligned. The northern positive coronal hole is on the Earth-facing fourth of our star. We are just now in the process of near-Earth influence switching from negative to positive. Top stories today include the New Horizons wake up. Let the Pluto party begin. Data will begin streaming in very soon. Have you ever heard of Y-12? It's a highly guarded nuclear warhead-related area at Oak Ridge, a BARTOL installation, and they've had an exposure of hazardous materials but refuse to say what the material is or the extent of the release. RSOE report linked for you below. Typhoon atop the Philippines now has about another day or so before entering the water once more to the west. This is the last 24 hours of radar over the U.S. and Canada. Storm cells east and west. The culprits were the lows here. Big one out west, reinforced by the high pressure just to the south of that, driving the moisture to the Rockies. And in the east, it's the convergence line leading the low, drawing from the Gulf states and causing a winter storm watch in the Midwest and Northeast in the next couple of days. Europe, big low up north. We've still got the Mediterranean system as well. Both of these are driving cloud lines and the top weather watches in this area tonight. Down under, it's much more simple. We've got major purple alerts hooking from the southeast of Australia back up north and west. That's a convergence from way south reaching back up to act as the meeting grounds for these air masses from different directions. You're watching current conditions followed by shots of our star to close. It's 5:55 a.m. Eastern Time and that's the news. Eyes open. No fear. Be safe, everyone.